You know, hmm, I've been putting my kids, their happiness first. That's my big priority. Every day, despite how hard this current situation is, and it's hard. Oh my God, is it hard? It's the hardest thing ever. It's so hard that my wife passed away at only 46 years old, and my mother, Josephine, passed away 2 weeks later, 75. It's just, it's my whole world, my whole world. And I'm realizing what I've been doing and how I've been dealing with this is I've been putting my kids' happiness first, which is the right thing to do. But there's something else to consider. I'm living every day in misery because I just keep dwelling on it. I keep dwelling on it. I'm like, because I'm a fixer. You understand? I'm a fixer. And I say to myself, I got to fix this. Good morning, Back to the Future. This is going to be a very important live, brother. I really have a lot to talk about today. This is going to be an important one. Very important live. You're witnessing a very important live right now, Back to the Future. Um, I'm realizing that if I continue to live my life in misery, it's not good. I'm not going to be able to be there for the kids. I'm not going to be able to maintain. You follow me? I'm not going to be able to maintain. So I can't live my life in misery, but at the same time, I'm miserable, right? So what do you do in a situation like that? How do you handle it? That's the question, isn't it? How do you handle a situation like that? You don't want to be miserable, but you're miserable. I know you're going to try to find happiness, right? I understand. It's hard to try to find happiness when you feel life is so effing unfair and the person who you love the most was treated probably the most unfair that you ever seen in your whole life. A little milk here. Salud, Gentani. You know, my beautiful wife, Jennifer, was too young. 46 years old. She was too young. She was treated too unfair. This beautiful, beautiful girl. She's the best mother, the best wife, my best friend, my soulmate, my heart. She was treated so unfair in life. I tried everything to save her. I was there by her side her whole life that we've been together throughout all the cancer for 10 years, every treatment, every doctor's appointment. Oh, man. How you doing there, G baby, Georgia? The thing is that it's just, it was very shocking to the point of catastrophic. It was catastrophic that my wife passed away. We're going to talk about my beautiful mom in a second. So the shock that you feel is unreal. It's unreal shock. And it's enough to make you kind of go to Bellevue in a way. You know, you could go to Bellevue. That's how that's the shock, man. Ah, man. Look, G Baby Georgia, obviously you just opened this account 1 day ago. So most likely you're a hater, but it's okay. As long as you're nice, I don't care. I say the same thing to you that I say to every hater. As long as you come onto the live stream and you're nice, I'm good. You could be G Baby Georgia. You could be G Baby Dakota. It doesn't make a difference. Whatever you want to do. But anyway, just be nice. That's all I ask. And you could be anybody you want to be. You be Georgia Peach. Um, my wife deserved to live a much, much longer life. So here's the problem now. I have basically two choices, and it's so hard because this is the hardest pain, this is the hardest suffering I've ever been through in my life. I could continue to dwell on this And I could continue to be angry about this. And eventually, I think I'm going to wind up in Bellevue. That's what's going to happen. Or I could try to find happiness. I could try to be happy. Not just my kids being happy, but actually me being happy. Because right now, my kids are happy. I'm making sure they're happy. I'm making sure my kids are happy every single day of their lives. I'm doing everything for them to have as normal and as happy as a life as possible. Just stay tuned, G baby. So the thing is, if I find happiness, there's a lot of struggles. There's a lot of struggles. The first struggle is I actually have to accept. Thank you, Back to the Future. But I actually have to accept what happened to my wife. I have to accept it, that it's real. And if you really want me to tell you the truth, I'm still not in complete acceptance of it. I'm not in complete acceptance of it. That's how like catastrophic it was. That's how devastating it was. Is I'm still not even in complete acceptance of it. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I did lose a lot of weight. Thank you. I'm getting there slowly. It's like I'm realizing like I'm never going to see my wife again. That's it. Like I'm not going to see her anymore. I'm not going to see my mom anymore. And I think that for the first couple of months, I wasn't really accepting it. I wasn't. I wasn't. I'm saying to myself, this is a bad dream. This is going to get better. I'm going to wake up. My wife's going to be here. My mom's going to be here. This is too crazy, this situation. This is too nuts. This can't be real. This cannot be real. But I'm starting to realize it is. And I'm starting to realize that if I continue dwelling and I continue this denial, I'm going to go, cuckoo, because I feel it. I can feel the insane times coming in my life again. Oh Lord, I feel it. And if I lose it, that's not good for the kids, right? I gotta be here 100%. I gotta be here. I gotta be strong for the kids. So the only solution seems to be happy somewhat, just to be happy and not to live every day in misery. And like I said, it's very challenging to do that. I just want everyone, it's not so easy. Even if ultimately you meet a person, right? And you guys hit it off, okay? And you have somebody who could potentially bring you happiness and could potentially bring joy and happiness into your life. You're still going through the pain and suffering of the shock that your wife left this earth too young. She left too young. Your mom is not here. The two most important people in your lives are not here. And it's kind of hard, right? To kind of start over. It's like you're starting, in essence, your life over. And it's a very difficult thing to do. It's something that I wish never happened. I wish this never. I was happy. That's another thing. Understand that I had the happiest life. Do you all understand that? I know Back to the Future. You know how happy me and Jennifer were together. You know that we had the most wonderful family, and I still got Mike and Sophia and the dogs. I mean, I'm just saying, but obviously Jennifer completed us. It's like you try to say to yourself, okay, you're coming from a situation where, let me tell you a little bit about my wife, okay? She would be there 100% for me and the kids. Her whole life was about her family. Her whole life. Her whole life was about her children and me. When she woke up in the morning, it's all about taking care of the kids. It's all about taking care of me. She even took care of my mom. She took care of the dogs. She took care of everything, okay? That's like one in a trillion, right? That's one in infinity. There's not too many people out there like that, right? We had the most happiest life, and I was blessed. I was blessed every minute I had with her, blessed. And my children were blessed. And now she's gone. And you say to yourself, what am I going to do now? You find yourself alone. Kids go to school, you're alone. At night, kids go to sleep, you're alone. And you're not used to it. You're not used to it. You're just not used to being alone. you're not used to it, and you start getting yourself like really, really super depressed because you're like, I want Jen back. I need her back. And then the thing is, you realize you can't have her back. And then the same thing goes for my mom. So I guess it keeps going back and forth, right? What do you do? Do you continue to want something you can't have? Do you continue to dwell on something you can't change? Or do you accept it and move on? Now, it's not so easy. The answer seems easy, right? I mean, the logical answer, move on, just accept it and move on. That's logical, makes sense, right? But you're dealing with three battles, all right? You're battling three battles. You're battling your brain, you're battling your heart, and your body. You're battling three battles. I'll talk a little bit about that. I think what's happening is right off the bat, the mind, the brain, and the heart are having a battle together. Because I think the mind is trying to stay sane. The mind wants to stay sane. So the mind is saying, what's really happening here? This is the mind talking now. My wife passed away. My mom passed away. It's very, very tragic. It's very sad, but that's what the reality is. My wife passed away. My mom passed away. I'm not going to see them again. So your mind is kind of like in touch with reality. You follow me? Your mind's in touch with reality. But your heart isn't. Your heart is not in touch with reality. Your heart is thinking about the love, the memories, how much you just adore and love your wife and your mom. And it's like, so your heart is grieving. Your heart is like, I can't accept this. I want my wife back. I want my mom back. And your heart doesn't want to let go. But your mind is telling your heart, go home and get your shine box. You got to accept it. You got to accept it. That's it. That's just the way it is. And your heart's telling the mind, no, I'm not accepting it. I'm in love with Jennifer, my wife. I love my mom. I'm not accepting it. Then you got your body. Okay, so let's talk about the body. See how I'm drinking this glass of milk? Okay, that's the body. The body needs things. The body doesn't care, right? If you're depressed, if you're happy, if you're sad, if you're angry. Body don't give a shit. Okay. Body needs things like you gotta eat. We all gotta eat, right? You gotta drink. Okay. Gotta breathe. We need air, oxygen. Okay. Another thing that the body needs, or at least my body, is love and affection. Okay, a lot of love and affection, because that's just the type of guy I've been my whole life. I'm sorry. Look, there's a lot of guys that are different than me. They don't need that stuff. They don't need their wife to give them love and affection. But Jennifer knew, oh, she knew that I need love and affection. It's like part of my life force. It's like the way a car needs gas. I need love and affection. Without love and affection, my body breaks down. My body breaks down. That's it. So how are you going to get love and affection? So now let's talk about that. How are you going to get love and affection if your wife passed away? She can't do it no more, right? Isn't this simple, like common sense? Isn't this simple logic? How are you going to get love and affection if your wife passed away? You can't get it. You can't get it, right? So if you're focusing on the heart, okay, which is I love my beautiful wife, Jennifer. I don't want to let go. I want her back. I miss her. Oh my God, she was the greatest of all time. She's the greatest wife, the greatest mother, my best friend, my soulmate. So if you're only focusing on the heart, you're depriving your mind and your body. That's what's happening. And if the mind eventually goes and the body goes, that's all she wrote, right? Can't live without your mind. And your body needs certain things. So it's like, that's why it puts you in this position when loved ones pass away, and especially your soulmate. Oh my God, when your wife passes away, you have no idea. It's the next level of pain and suffering. But it puts you in this position where you start thinking things out, and you're like, I can't live without my mind. I can't live without my body. But then you talk about the heart. The heart could heal in time. You need time. The heart could eventually heal. So if your mind is functioning and your body is strong and your body is functioning, you're going to give your heart the time it needs to heal. So that's why the logical answer would be to one day find happiness again. Sorry, I dropped something. But you're battling the hearts. You're battling the heart. And the heart doesn't want to give in. The heart does not want to give in. The heart's like, no, 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 no. No. You're not allowed to be happy anymore, Rich. Your wife passed away. You can't be happy no more. That's what your heart is saying. These people Back to the Future are just haters, brother. They just open up their accounts. But I don't know. You think I should just leave them? I'll just leave them, I guess. I'll just leave them. It's fine. I'll just leave them unless they're mean. I'll just leave them alone. So anyway, this account, Maroon literally opened up the account 3 minutes ago. Back to the Future. 3 minutes ago. I'll just say these two accounts. There's one account. This guy Maroon. He opened up his account 3 minutes ago. Oh my God, these haters. It's all right. I guess unless they're being mean, they could stay. It's fine. Let me take a guess. You opened your account 3 minutes ago because you have a new phone, right? You have a new phone. I get it. I understand. So anyway, Back to the Future. I don't know. Did you hear everything? I know you got a new phone. I get it. Um, you're a first time commenter. Okay, I got you. Okay, no problem, my man. No problem. Enjoy the live stream. Back to the Future. So I don't know if you caught all of that stuff I was saying about the mind, about the heart, about the body, but it's a battle. It's a battlefield, man. Hey, Back to the Future. Can you type out my Cash App too? By the way, I'd appreciate it. But it's a battlefield. It's a battlefield. Thank you, brother. All right, G baby. When you start getting into all this stuff, I gotta let you go. I'm sorry. So a lot of guys want to talk about a lot of different conversations. I'm kind of talking about a very important conversation regarding my life right now, my wife. I'll just touch on what both of you said really quickly, and then I'll continue back to my conversation. I've always, Antonio. First of all, we have to give Antonio Miranda credit. with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. He's always called it right. Despite what Antonio says about me, I was always an advocate for Bitcoin, despite what he says. Okay. I used to have problems with XRP. I just felt that there's no comparison. Okay. But Bitcoin is the king, and I've always said it. Okay. So, yes, I do believe that Bitcoin is going to continue to do well. Okay. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner, but I definitely feel you'll see Bitcoin over $1 billion. Okay. But again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. Entertainment purposes only. As far as the the Japanese rates rising, trouble coming for the Japanese, who knows? Maybe. How am I supposed to know that? It's possible. Antonio, I still feel it's manipulated. I still feel that, but the thing is that people have to be willing, and there's not a lot of people who have that thick skin, to see these major drops, these major volatile drops, and then it rises again. So you gotta have diamond balls of steel to be a Bitcoin. That's all I'm saying to you. If you have diamond balls of steel and you could withstand the volatility in the long run, I always said I feel Bitcoin will do well. Okay, so that's it. Please, I don't want to argue. Again, it's not financial advice. Not a financial planner. Entertainment purposes only. I got you, Antonio. I got you. That's a good way to look at it. Look, you look at the start trouble here, Maroon. I'm sorry. You got to go, man. Guys asking me these questions. Like, he's looking to start trouble. Look, God bless Lou, but I'm not talking about Lou. Okay, Heart's Journey, but God bless Lou and his family. Antonio, I gave you credit. That is keeping it respectful. I am keeping it respectful. Did you hear how I gave you credit? I said you called it right. I gave you credit. So that is keeping it respectful, brother. What's that? I'm waiting. Oh, let's keep it respectful for the haters. Got it. Yeah. Buy the dip and make the hedge fund slip. That's right. I remember I used to say that all the time. Yes. That's right. Not financial advice. Not a financial planner. Entertainment purposes only. My mind's in a whole different place now, Antonio. Okay. And I do believe in Bitcoin a lot. I do believe in Bitcoin a lot. Okay. And you were right. You were right. But my whole opinion on Bitcoin has changed, especially that President Trump is in office. My whole attitude on Bitcoin is positive. Again, not financial advice, not a financial planner, entertainment purposes only. But let's get back to the topic at hand. In order for me to be happy in this world, I'm gonna have to accept a lot of things that my heart does not want to accept. Thank you, Back to the Future. I love you. God bless you. A little tired. Uh, a little tired. I get angry at God, if you want me to tell you the truth. I get very, very angry. And the reason I'm angry at God, I'll tell you the reason why. It's like, why come into someone's life, listen to me, and rip it apart this way? We were happy, man. We were all happy. I was happy, my wife was happy, my kids were happy, my mom was happy, our dogs were happy. We were a happy family. Okay. Jennifer was only 46. Like, was it necessary to do this? Was it necessary to come into our lives and completely turn it upside down like this, where not only does my wife pass away, 2 weeks later, my mom passes away? It's just crazy. It's crazy. So the thing is this, I'm forced to live a life now that I did not really choose or want to live, but I have no choice. This is the thing. I have no choice but to live this life. I don't have no choice, because if I continue dwelling and dwelling and dwelling on this, I'm going to wind up in Bellevue, and that's not good. So what do I got to do here? I have to come to an acceptance of this stuff, man. It's going to be tough for me. It's going to be tough. Hmm. Hmm. You got to get up. I'm falling asleep here. Well, anyway, after school, we're going to see Michael's volleyball game. This is going to be the final game of the season. He's very excited. It's going to be a very, very exciting game. Like I say, I always make sure my kids are happy. I hate being tired. Stress drains you. Who on this live stream feels? I'm just curious to get Back to the Future's opinion. I'm curious to get Antonio Miranda's opinion on this. So let's say that you faced a situation, right, where you had to start over in your life, like right from scratch. It doesn't make a difference. Let's say that whatever, big tornado came into your town, knocked down, your house, your car, everything. You got to start over from the scratch. Do you think you could do something like that? Do you think that you would be able to start your whole life back from scratch? Richard LE101 @gmail.com. Man, I am tired. I hate being tired. Richard LE101 @gmail.com. I just realized that I have to start my life over. And it's a hard thing for me to do. I know it's possible to do it. and I know I have to do it, but it sucks. And while you're doing it, you're going through a lot of pain and suffering because it's like something that you're doing against your will. Against your will. You're doing it because you have to do it. You're doing it because you need to survive. It sucks. Um, but you know what sucks even more? Living life in misery, living in this pain and suffering. Back to the Future. It's getting to me, man. It's getting to me, brother. Like, if I don't try to seek happiness, if I don't try to change things around for myself, I'm gonna end up in like friggin' Bellevue here. You got to keep moving ahead. You have to, but it's not easy. But I'm trying Back to the Future. I'm trying now to really, make a difference and get things back in order. All right, let's play some music. Let me get up. I gotta write songs about this. I gotta write lyrics and stuff. Starting over is not easy. Let's see if we could come up with some kind of music here. Holly Chopper, 1977. Yeah, but you cannot let yourself go. I worry about your sanity, bro. Like you say, it's going to have to be a learning situation where your old life is over and now you have to make a rocky comeback for you. Um, Look, can we just talk about this for a second? Like, look, I have two kids. You all know this, right? You all know that I will not get myself to a point where I'm going to be in Bellevue. Okay. Because it can't happen because I have two kids. So, right off the bat, that's not going to happen. But it's obviously hard. Like, guys, I know Jennifer 27 years, and we had the happiest life together. We had the happiest marriage, the happiest family. It's not easy, man. I'm not saying to you that I don't agree with all of you. I agree that you have to make the Rocky comeback. I agree you have to do it for yourself and for your kids. But at the same time, this shit ain't easy, man. Maybe for some people it is, not for me. I can't shut off the love I had for my wife. After 27 years, I knew her, okay? And we were married 20 years. I can't just shut it off like it's a light switch. Just shut it off, like on and off. I can't do that. I still see her everywhere I go in this house. I see her everywhere I go, in every restaurant, and I see her in my car. I see her in my dreams. It's friggin' hard. And you know what it is? What makes it even more harder is that she left this earth in a very unfair way. She didn't leave in a fair way. She left in a very, very unfair way. And it breaks my heart. And I'm angry. That's another thing. I'm angry. I'm not angry at her. I'm angry at God. I'm angry at God. God should have been more merciful. Okay, she was only 46. And look, our life got destroyed. What can I tell you? We got hit like by the lightning bolt over here from Mount Olympus, from Zeus himself. We got hit hard. And that's it. Look, I get it. It's got to be done here. I gotta keep moving forward. I gotta make a Rocky comeback. I know I have to do it, and I'm trying to do it. Okay, I'm trying to do it. I'm really, really trying hard. Matter of fact, I'm doing things in preparation of it right now. Let's just leave it at that. I'm making friends. I'm making very good friends. Building up my strength, and I'm considering a lot of different things that will potentially, let's just say, okay, bring me happiness. I'm not going to get into it too much right now, but I'm considering it. I'm considering options. I'm considering options. But it's not easy. It's not easy. You know, I don't really have a big support system either, which is only more the reason I got to start over. Don't really have a big support system. When I was a young kid, there was a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing in my household from my mom and my dad. Unfortunately, my mom's family, for whatever the reason is, they call me once in a while. They do, but not like often. Not every week or every day. You might get a call maybe once a month from someone. I don't know, but there really isn't a support system. So that's even more the reason that you want to, start over again, because there's really nothing here. There's nothing left. I mean, obviously, I'm not talking about my beautiful kids. I'm talking about just it's so crazy to me. I tell you, this whole situation is crazy. I'm gonna be back. Let me just relax here for 5 minutes. I'm actually gonna come back and do some music. Okay, I'll be right back. Harley, Chopper, everybody, come back. Come back to the next live stream. Back.